All right, welcome to Kenny's cooking channel. Haha. Maybe we'll start doing this every day, every Tuesday for Live Training Tuesday. Maybe we'll cook something. So I've been wanting to make a video for years. When I make eggs in the morning every day, I eat eggs almost every morning. I've been thinking about this for years, about weight and balance and what happens with a carton of eggs, moving it in and out of the refrigerator. And because I'm a helicopter pilot, what do? I'm always trying to work towards the center because it's awkward if you don't keep it balanced. And we're going to talk about the scenarios of that in a minute. But first, I want to show you this breakfast casserole that I love. I'm going to show you how we whip it together, and we'll get it warming up so we can see what it tastes like while we're live today during Live Training Tuesday. So, you can film what I'm doing here, Jimmy. First thing we're going to do is get the eggs ready to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go grab the trash can to make this easier. Oh man, I don't think I want eggs on my fancy yellow. How am I going to do that? I guess I can wipe the egg goo off, right? 10 eggs going in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. 10 eggs. I'm going to go grab a towel so I can wipe up my egg mess. So try to keep my hands a little cleaner and egg off my fancy scaffolding here that we love. We're doing helicopter training, and today we're actually cooking with it. So I'm going to do salt and pepper to taste. 1 cup of milk. Now I'm going to whip that up and attempt to not spread all over the table. So now, oh, look at that. Huh, when you go lift that up, who didn't do it properly? Look at that. Anyway, we're going to talk more of that in a minute. Let's get this finished up. So let's whip this up together. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Who loves eggs? Tell me in the comments how you like your eggs. How do you like them? I like them always. Scrambled, boiled, over easy. I love eggs almost as much as I love bacon. And I love bacon that way too. Soft, crunchy, hard, burnt, not burnt. Just love bacon. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we got that all mixed up. It's all beautiful looking. So I'm gonna layer half of the hash browns. And here's how I do it. I just kind of even it out. Kind of like weight and balance, right? Have it all balanced. And then I just figure about what I think is half. Kind of separate it. And we're going to even that around in there, nice and neat. And then I prepared the sausage at home. Oh, yummy. Do I love a sausage as much as I do bacon? Almost. It's still warm. I want to eat some right now. So I'm going to put the sausage in. Try to get it kind of even. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the cheese. Oh, I'm hungry already. My stomach is growling just looking at this. All right, I'm going to guess on about half on the cheese. Oh yeah, and I do, by the way, I've made gravy at home too. So I cooked the sausage at home, and I made some gravy that we can put on here when we're all done. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Are you getting a good shot there, Hanger Jimmy Dude / camera operator? Look at these beautiful hash browns, aren't they lovely? Last time I forgot and put the cheese down first and the sausage on top, and it made it a little crispy. And I was afraid my daughter wouldn't like it, and she actually liked it better that way. But today I'm going to do the rest of the sausage. And because my daughter's going to expect to have some of this later, she's going to Fort Wayne today, so she won't be out like she normally comes out on Live Training Tuesday. But she doesn't like onions or green peppers. If I was making this for myself, I would add onions and green peppers to this, but she's expecting me to bring this home today, whatever's left over, because she loves it. Absolutely loves it. So you could add whatever you want, of course. So there's our hash browns. sausage, cheese for the second go around. Is your mouth watering yet? Am I making you hungry? I hope so. Make that, even that out a little bit. Oh, I'm so hungry. So hungry. Here we go. Here's our 10 eggs with salt and pepper. And I'm just gonna kind of go kind of easy because it's gonna soak in there and just kind of move it around. And on all reality, I really only started cooking in the last couple years. Never learned how to cook. Nobody ever taught me how to cook. I just started watching videos and making stuff. And this is one of my daughter's absolute favorites. This stuff will not, we don't eat many leftovers at my house, but this gets eaten. This will not get thrown away. And the first time I made it, I wasn't sure what my daughter would think, and she just absolutely loves it. We've also made it with potatoes, where we sliced potatoes and put in it. That was really good, but we think we like the hash browns better. And I still think I want to try it with the little square hash brown potato thingies. I think I'd like to try it with that sometime. Look at that. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. So we're going to put this over there, get it warming up. And then we're going to talk about weight and balance and the eggs cartons that are left right here. So let me clean things up a little bit and let me get this plugged in. And we're going to talk about weight and balance in helicopters. All right, so let's have a laid back conversation about weight and balance. Inside Private Pilot, inside Helicopter Land Ground School, we have a couple of videos on weight and balance. We talk about weight and balance. We go through all the figures and the numbers and datum and definitions and give some examples doing all the numbers. So we've done all that inside HOGS. If you're not a member yet, go down below, helicopteronlinegroundschool.com. Self-sign-up options for private pilot, commercial pilot, instrument pilot, and certified flight instructor. So let's talk about the real-world basics of this. I'll open them up. And if you think about this, I've honestly for years, I just started cooking a couple years ago, but I have always cooked eggs. So for years I've thought about this. Anytime I'm going in and out of the refrigerator. So think about it. Your helicopter, you want to have weight and balance so you can control the helicopter, right? And then one of the biggest reasons is if you ever have an engine failure and have to do an auto rotation, you want to make sure you have complete control of the aircraft. So Exhibit A, helicopter evenly balanced. Pick it up, feels good, in and out of the refrigerator. Then as you're cooking daily, what happens, you start changing the weight and balance of the egg carton. See, when I went to pick that up, I didn't plan that. Thinking like how this felt, boom, immediately it did that. So in a perfect world, we'd want to be right here, right? To have our helicopter properly balanced, we want to be as close as we could to something like this. So now what's going to happen? It feels just like this one, but lighter, okay? So in the helicopter, this is why we figure weight and balance, we figure zero fuel, empty fuel, we figure passengers. If we change a passenger during the flight and we burn fuel during the flight, things change, right? So that's why we are constantly doing weight and balance between every flight. And then that's why you do weight and balance at your different legs on your flight, because you might offload passengers, people get on, people get off. And then you're changing the weight as you're burning fuel off. So that center of gravity is always changing. So that first scenario, they were all back here. So let's say this is the nose of the helicopter. Let's put all our weight up front. Real quick, like as close to the front as possible. Now, what's going to happen when you go to pick up to a hover? Look at that. That thing is immediately, you're going to be nose heavy. So when you take off and you go to slow down, what happens when you're trying to pull aft cyclic and trying to slow down? You can't. You run out of aft cyclic because you're too nose heavy. So same thing. And again, this is simple terms, but I've been thinking about it for years, and for maybe somebody who doesn't really understand weight and balance, why do we care? Why do we harp on it? Why does the FAA want us to do it? That's why. This is still the nose of the helicopter. We go to pick it up. Whoa, look at that. You go to pick it off the ground, what's it going to do? It's going to be way heavy back here. So during auto rotation, you're coming in, look at that, you're way heavy back here. You could hit the ground and also run out of forward cyclic trying to level it. You can't level the aircraft properly for a safe landing. So a very simple thing I just wanted to show today is weight and balance. And let me know if this makes sense to you. People that already understand weight and balance, they go, yeah, that makes sense. But somebody who maybe is new to this and they didn't really understand, why are we always harping about weight and balance? That's the reason. And for years, I just like, man, I should do a video someday. And we've been cooking for Live Training Tuesdays, and Heather's been bringing food in. Heather has a doctor's appointment, couldn't make it today. So I thought this morning, my best ideas come when I'm up drinking coffee. And I thought, you know what? I'm hungry, and I went downstairs making eggs and went, today's the day. Every single day, I swear that I make eggs, I'm always thinking about weight and balance in and out of the refrigerator as a helicopter pilot. So I don't do this with my eggs. As I burn through these through the week, I'm trying to keep it somewhat centered. I'll take a couple from this end, a couple from that end, put it back in. When I bring it out the next time, I keep working, keeping my eggs towards the center of the carton. So now, let's give away a HOGS ball cap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What did you think about that with Chef Kenny whipping up some egg casserole for us today? Looks good, right? I think we're gonna get to try some in just a minute. So when I was a kid growing up, I always watched cooking shows. I was that kid that would watch cooking shows before I watched cartoons, oddly enough, and it really pissed off my older sister because she wanted to watch the cartoons. And then it actually really pissed off my mom too because I started judging her cooking. So she made me start cooking. But I was always jealous of the audience that got to, you know, the people in the front row that would get to sample the food after they made it. And now I kind of feel like that little portion of my life, a little dream of mine, has been fulfilled. There's a sample right there coming up in front of the camera. Putting the gravy on. Oh yeah, good stuff.
Hopefully they can see the steam.
I can see the steam.
Hot out of the crock pot.
We're gonna try some of that in just a minute here. But, big news today, we got the HOGS hats in. Finally. I'm a huge hat guy. If you take a look at my dome here, you see I'm kind of thinning out on top. Growing old sucks, doesn't it? It does have its privileges though, but we got the hats, so we're gonna give one of the hats away today. But we're gonna start with a warm-up question because we're gonna do a quick question to give the hat away. But first, let's get your brains in gear here. Kenny's gonna try to distract us with some egg casserole, some breakfast casserole. Oh, that looks good. No hot sauce?
That's for you.
Kenny's not big on hot sauce, apparently. But let's get things started here real quick. So our warm-up question for today. So like usual, we want to see the right spelling. Holy Batman. That's right, Nick. Holy Batman is right. Always be yourself, unless you can be Batman, and then always be Batman. But I would swap this hat out in a heartbeat if one of those HOGS hats were here, because I hear they are the bomb diggity. They're supposed to be super nice.
They just arrived at my house, or we would have them here.
They
just arrived. UPS said they just arrived 10 minutes ago.
Yep, I walked in the door right before we got started here, and Kenny told me that he just got the notification. He'd have had me stop and get them on the way if he got the notification sooner, but that's all right. We'll get them here soon enough. But the warm-up. So, like usual, correct spelling. First person to put it in here, and we are going to have to go off of our screen. We do know that there are instances where somebody replies and for whatever reason YouTube doesn't put it in there, so we apologize for that. But first person to post up the correct answer, properly spelled. The question is, how...
This is the warm-up question.
Yep, yeah, this is the warm-up. How do you determine the required placards are in the aircraft? Again, how do you determine the required placards are in the aircraft? So I want to know where exactly you find that information. What book or reference material and what part of it is it in? So we'll give you guys a second. Okay, we got a couple of partial answers here. We need the rest of it. So the POH, Nick was first with the POH. What section of the POH is it in? Oh, close.
Close.
Not quite, Nick. You're close though. Got a bunch of right answers of partials. We need the rest. What part of the POH is it in? Is that boat ever going to fly? Secret project in the making. Maybe. Okay, so Wayne's got the second half. Did he get the first half? Oh, no, there is section 2 POH. I'm sorry, Wayne. So Wayne was the first one, it looks like, to say the book and the section that it was in. So the POH in section 2 will tell you what placards are required to be on your aircraft. So Wayne got the warm-up question. Nicely done, Wayne. All right. So I'll just kind of throw in a couple words here while Kenny's enjoying his delicious breakfast casserole.
Go ahead and give the hat away.
I'll just do the hat. All right, well, let's roll right into it then.
You got something else? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to do some weight and balance. We can do that afterwards. Why not? All right, for the hat, drum roll, please. This is a gimme. First one to put the right answer up. How many eggs are in this egg carton? How many does this egg carton hold? Not how many are in it. What is the capacity of this egg carton?
How many are left?
Oh, you want to know how many are left?
How many eggs are left?
Oh, so did you start with the full carton?
Yes.
And then you made the recipe. So
Yes.
if they were paying attention to the recipe,
Yes.
you should know how many are left. Okay, so I apologize. So the 18, sorry guys, I misunderstood Kenny. So it's how many are left?
That was fast. Let me roll that back. That looked like Kevin, right?
There's a lot of you, yeah. I think Kevin got it. And again, I apologize. I didn't understand quite what Kenny was going for. I should have clarified with him.
Yep, Kevin McClellan.
Okay, so Kevin McClellan wins the hat. He was the first one to say how many are left. I'm sure we've got more to give away. Some other stuff we'll give away in the future, no-go buttons and stuff as well. But my apologies on the mix-up. But Kevin was first, so 8 are left. And look, I'll even, just so we all know, 2 rows of 3 is 6, and then 2 more remaining. A little bit of lag on the side video I'm watching here. Total of 8. So 8 eggs remaining after Chef Kenny here made his breakfast casserole.
Are you ready to go get yours?
Yeah, let's hop on it. You want the mic for a
Throw
second?
me the mic and I'll wrap it up.
Sweet.
So yeah, this is, oh my God. The smell just of the gravy alone on top of everything else.
It's still sizzling in the broth.
I know, and we're going to let it cook a little further, but you can eat if you want. It's so good. This is only the second time we've given away the ball caps. In 10 years, we've only done it one time, and these are nice ball caps. I didn't buy cheapies. My daughter freaked when she saw how much I paid for them. So I ordered 12. Nick gets 1. The winner today gets 1. And then my good friend Terry Welker, who helped me start HOGS 10 years ago when I had nothing. I didn't even own a camera other than the little cheapy other thing I show all the time. I started HOGS with that and a crappy webcam. And Terry Welker had a nice Canon and come and started helping me shoot videos to launch Helicopter Land Ground School. And Terry's been wanting a hat for years, so he gets a hat. So that means we have 9 left. So we're going to give them away on Live Training Tuesdays, I guess for the next 9 weeks. So there you go. That's it. Nick's over there grabbing the breakfast casserole with the gravy. The casserole itself smelled good. And then we warmed up the gravy, and when I pulled the gravy out of the microwave that I just made fresh this morning. Oh my God. So, Helicopter Land Ground School link down below. 24-hour test flight on either private pilot. That's all you want and all you need. We got a little discount on that right now. And then advanced pilot has private commercial CFI instrument. All in one. Certified flight instructor. That has a little discount right now too. 24-hour test flight, those. You can go down below the link to get them. You can text or call Heather. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
I like hot sauce.
He's got it. He's got it. The goods on that one. I can't handle it because I'm a sissy boy, and I cannot handle hot stuff. So, text or call Heather, 574-767-1797. She can hook you up with deals. She's always got codes if you'll just take the time to talk to her. And this is why you need to come for a final approach course, because we're going to feed you. I'm going to cook every day. I did the video last week or so. I got food in the freezer, burgers, hot dogs, buns, brats. And we're going to fix other stuff too, chicken. So when you come for the final approach course, we are going to cook here every single day on the grill. We've got like 3 of them scheduled now. We're working on the details. We got their hotels made for them. getting everything planned out. So a lot of people have asked and a lot of people are thinking about it. If you're serious about the FAC, you need to get on there because it keeps changing and we're only keeping them limited. So if you want a final approach course, you need to get on it.
Yep. Helohawk 14, do you sell hoodies? Yes, it's hogshoodies.com, I believe, correct? Mm-hmm. So we have hoodies, shirts, I think there's tank tops on there, a couple others. No hats yet. There we go. I'll let you keep eating. The hats are kind of exclusive, as we've covered. But, I don't know. Hop on there, take a look. There's some good swag. I will throw the casserole's so good I can't even talk right.
We want to know. So what do you think?
It's amazing. I've honestly never had a breakfast casserole with gravy on it. I've had, biscuits and gravy and stuff, but I've never put it on the casserole. I really like it. It's really good. I would actually be eating it, but you'd hear me, chewing my food more than talking. So,
and you can tell by my hair that I don't care. Yeah. That's why I still got the tag on my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I bought last night because I don't care. Have the tag back here? I don't care.
That's awesome.
I got a new pair of boots.
Oh, those are sharp looking too. See if they can see them. You're gonna have to lift them up, I think. Oh, the tags are still on the boots.
Because I got crazy hair and I don't care.
Oh man. So the comment, I was gonna throw one other thing real quick on the weight and balance. Everybody calculates weight and balance before the flight, right? But something else you need to be aware of is the potential for load shift in flight, right? So if you're carrying anything, you have to be careful with that. I think I heard this at the Robinson factory course when I went. There was a guy who really liked to do simulated engine failures down to his hangar. So every time he'd come in to land, he would basically do an auto rotation. It was his way of kind of keeping brushed up on those. And he was hauling a log. I don't remember if he was going to carve the log into something else or was going to use it for firewood, I forget. But big heavy log, like 50, 60 pounds. Put it on the seat next to him and flew back. And when he got to the airport, he entered an auto. And, having done so many of them, he entered a little briskly just to have a little fun with it. And that log rolled off of the seat and onto the floor. And the load shift was such that he lost control of the aircraft and crashed. And if I remember correctly, it was a fatal accident. So when you do your weight and balance, and remember you walk around the aircraft before you actually take off, make sure anything you're carrying in the aircraft is secured, because if that shifts, that changes your weight and balance a little bit, and there can be consequences for that. But other than that, the casserole is amazing. You guys got to come out here, come out for an FAC or even the 30-day private pilot. If you're a real masochist, glutton for punishment, want to just get out here and get it done, we will help you make that happen. Like everything else, we have awesome, I thought it was upside down for a second. Awesome study guide here that we use for our questions for the giveaways and whatnot. Use that thing when you study. It's phenomenal. Brian did a bang-up job on this thing.
There's a link down below for it too.
Yep, there is. So yeah, other than that, you can't enjoy the casserole if you're not here. Come on out, enjoy it. The weather's getting great. We've got everything we need here. The only thing we're missing is you. So let's do it.
If you want to eat, throw me the mic. And then you can do like me and be a pig and eat right on the camera, or if you want to sneak off to the side, that's okay too. I'll wrap it up with, we've got, in May, we have somebody come in for a one-day discovery. They went for, was 3 hours, one full day, 8-hour day. And then right after him is Jenny coming for the 3-day. And then right after Jenny, we got somebody coming for the FAC. So May is done. That's 25 hours that we're going to need, so we're not going to go over that, so we can maintenance-wise, we don't get into trouble. June, we got one guy. We had a second guy in June that had to move to fall. So there's some spots in there, but they're filling up, and they're going to continue to fill up. So,
just like I am.
Just like you are with the casserole. Exactly right. So they have bought all of our courses with the exception. Well, we do have Belgrove, who did put down a deposit for the 30-day, but he's trying to get all of his money together.
Okay.
So
I didn't know he made a deposit. Good for you,
yes.
Belgrove. Nice.
So if he gets the money together, then at whatever point in the future we got a 30-day window for him, that will work out. So
glutton for punishment, but bravo.
All right. How many eggs are in a pilot's dozen? I don't know. There's 10 eggs in this one. Last remarks while I go to hit the end button. You can have
Last remarks.
Nothing, just that's it.
It's got to be something. A good pilot is always learning. I know I've said that before, but it will always be true. Don't quit learning, guys. When you get done with your training, I know training can be like drinking from a fire hose, but don't stop learning. Something's always new in aviation. There's new equipment, a new way of doing things. Like we used to do vortex ring state recovery. Used to be the old standard straight ahead, drop the nose, lower the collective, fly out of it. The Vachard recovery technique came out, and it's a little better. It's a little quicker. So there's always something else you can learn. Always be looking to add to your skills so you can stay sharp. Kenny, you had one more thing?
I was just going to back up what you were saying.
Oh.
Pilots get their license and they quit studying. So
Yep.
that's perfect.
Happens all the time. Your license is a license to learn. When you get that certificate, that does not mean you're done. Unless you can sit down and recite the FARs, the AIM, all of the reference material in your sleep, then maybe I'll think you're done. But I've not ever seen that yet. So use that license to learn, guys and gals. And I think with that, we're done. So until next week, peace.
Peace out!
Oh yeah, we're this delicious casserole.
You're still on camera.
Sweet. You guys can sit here and